Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of I Cast Fireball, an actual play 5e D&D adventure where we go through the campaign Tyranny of Dragons. My name's Thomas, DM for this adventure, and around the table we have
Malamara,
Lance Thalen,
and Fleeple.
If you've made it this far in the podcast, you know what's going on, so we're going to just jump into the action again this week. So, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Maybe I should have recapped for our cast
I feel
here.
like the last like 5 episodes of this series is just going to be no recap. If you don't know what's going on right now, you need to just start at like episode 100, and we're just going to keep going.
I'm sure the listeners, I hope they would just like more content rather than me recapping stuff that they already know. So, I don't know. Shoot it in the comments if you actually want me to recap instead of just jumping into the action here.
I always roll bad on initiative.
I do! Yes! I have advantage! Yes!
Yeah, your barbarian stuff, right?
I do!
Fleeple, what's your initiative order?
7.
Lance.
9.
And Mao.
Non-natural 20, but I rolled an 8 the first time.
All right. So, we have 11 people in this initiative order here, and Malamara is first. So, Mal, as you recall, you had 5 cultists burst through the further down from the caldera to see what the commotion was all about, and 3 guard drakes at their heels just dispersed, probably within, let's get actual distance here. Let's use our rulers.
And to be fair, it's because we took too long talking.
To be fair, it was the randomness of the dice which determined that they were coming.
Which you made us roll because we took too long counting.
So, Mal, the furthest one away from you is about 60 feet.
Yeah.
But then you have all of them, and you're behind Lance and Fleeple currently, and the closest one to you is roughly 30 feet from you, exactly, actually. So, what do you do on your turn?
I can cast 2 spells if one of them is a cantrip and one of them is a bonus action.
That is correct. If one of them is a cantrip, you can cast the other one, no issue.
As Mal is watching this patrol of people walk toward them, they know that we have people behind us, and we don't know where they just came from. And so Mal will step forward next to Fleeple to hopefully keep them up this chamber a little bit.
So 20 feet closer, roughly?
Correct.
Okay.
And then she will cast, right behind the back person here, she will cast a flaming sphere. So it will appear in the 5 feet right behind the furthest guy back here. You can create a little icon for him. So if anybody happens to try and go back that direction, they will have to deal with this flaming sphere.
I see. So in a way, blocking the path, because it's a 5-foot diameter, right?
Yes.
Or just a 5-foot space. Okay, so. Okay.
And when a creature first runs into it or ends their turn within 5 feet of it, they have to make something. So it doesn't affect anything when it first appears.
Correct.
But that is her action. And she's going to take out her white sword as she holds out her hand, and the sword will disappear from her tattoo and appear in her right hand. And she'll hold it at the ready and wait for something to happen.
All right, sounds good. Well, the one immediately in front of you, Malamara, yells as they pull out their sword and run right at you. 5, 10, 15. And they are going to attack. The first one is a 16 to hit.
Misses.
All right. And the second one is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And this is with their scimitar. Or scimitar in some sections of the world. And that's going to be 5 points of slashing damage to you, Malamara.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I appreciate that. Inspiration, just kidding.
We just compliment Thomas all the way through this dungeon.
Bully your DM? I think not. Okay, sounds good. And that's going to be their turn. And then the Drake way in the back is going to growl, and he is going to 30, going to right for you, Fleeple, actually. So, and he's going to do a bite and a tail attack against you. So, the bite is going to be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
The tail is going to be an 11, which I
That
believe
misses.
All right, and so the bite attack, as he chomps down on your arm, is 5 points of piercing damage to you.
All right.
Okay, and that's going to be that Drake's turn. The other Drake is going to rush forward 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, no, that's it. So it's going to jump through both of you, not leaving your area of attack, and is actually going to chomp down on Malamara. Doesn't have advantage with flanking, unfortunately, for them. So they just straight rolls here, but a bite and a tail attack against you, Mal. Bite, tail. Oh, come on. That's only an 8 and a 14 to hit. Both miss, I assume.
Yes.
All right, and then we've got another Dragon Claw. There's a lot of people in this initiative. And so another Dragon Claw, a lowly lackey here, pulls out their longbow here, and they are going to try to fire off at Lance. They're going to try and hit you. Let's see if they can do it.
They can't see me.
What?
Do I have any cover
So
because
what?
of all the people in front of me?
No.
All right.
Lance, that's only a 15 to hit.
Miss.
All right. Well, that's their turn, but they are going to step back 5, 10, 15. Okay, and with no other option, the other guard Drake, the final third guard Drake, runs right up to Fleeple. It's real congested in this hallway here, and is going to try and do a bite and tail attack against you. Bite, tail. Ooh, natural 20 on the bite,
That hits.
and then a 7 on the tail attack.
That misses.
All right, so that's 2d8 damage plus 3. That's going to be 13 points of piercing damage as this one bites into the other arm and tries to shake you like a doll a little bit here.
All right.
And it's about this point that we finally get to Lance, and then Felipe, you're going to be right after Lance.
Cool. Lance will walk on onto this dead body right across from Malamara to give flanking opportunity for the guy who snuck through both of them.
Well, I do declare.
And as he does that, Lance was reaching for a, what is it called? A fire opal?
Fireball?
For a fireball, because that's what I had said right before we had done it. But now seeing how it played out at first and being so slow in his reactions, because apparently he sucks at initiative, he will instead grab a ruby, crush it, and just doing a, just parting his hands to create a wall of fire. Spiraling, no, the wall of fire is going to be right past the drakes, and it's going to basically cut off the guys in the back from us up front to try and stop any more from attacking or coming close to us. So the wall of fire goes up, and it'll be right in front of that first guy that's standing there. Kind of, again, there's the 3 drakes that are with us, and then there's the lackeys in the back, and it'll be right in front of that first lackey, yeah. And when the wall appears, each creature, let me double check here, how long?
And do you want the heat facing towards the lackeys then?
When the wall, each within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. Is it within its area? Sorry for the technical stuff. Do I need to cast it on him to be within the area?
I think it's 10 feet. Let me double check.
Because it says create a wall solid. The walls can be 60 foot long, 20 foot high, 1 foot thick. A ring wall is 20 feet in diameter. With the wall opaque, it lasts the duration. When the wall appears, each creature within its area. So I'm not sure what that means.
It's just the guy that's right in front of it, right?
I think that is along the path of the wall, but I'm not entirely sure.
If that's the case, then I'm not having the wall. I'll have the wall go right on him then.
Okay.
Yeah. So he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Right on top of him. So he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
Terrifying to have a wall of fire just appear right on you. That dex saving throw is a 13, which I know is a failure, right?
Yes. So he's going to take 5d8 fire damage.
Good heavens.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5d8. Where's my 5? There's my 5. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, that was sucky rolls, but 18 points of damage.
18's enough to destroy him.
Oh.
So,
You are destroyed.
bleh,
All right,
he's gone.
but the
He
wall
gone.
will stay up to try and dissuade the others from trying to get through or attacking us. And it stays up to a minute, and I'm just concentrating.
All right. Anything else with your bonus action? No.
You just need to move my guy to be on top of that dead guy.
Now, Jacob, with your phantom ability, don't you do something in the bonus action once you destroy somebody?
That's true. It has to be within a certain amount of feet from me.
Yes.
Was he 30 feet?
You don't have to.
Was he 30 feet from me?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He was 35 feet
So
away
I cannot for him. Nope. Which, we got an email. I never got a token for Vandal.
Yeah, because I thought you had to like make the conscious decision, so I just thought you didn't want
I
to.
did, and I never stated. I think that's a good go-to. Instead of like, possessing his soul and saying, haha, suck
Like,
it.
I want him out of my life type of a thing, right? Anyway, okay. Fleeple, it goes to you. You have 2 drakes right in front of you. You have a cultist. No, 3 drakes all surrounding you, basically. And Lance is right behind you saying, you got this, sport. And then you are side by side with Malamara. What do you do?
4th level moonbeam right on top of the 3 who are clustered right in front of me.
All right. There we go. What's that radius again?
5-foot radius, so 10-foot diameter in total. And this is the one where when they enter its area for the first time or start their turn there, that's when they make the con save.
Yes. So starting their turn, that's going to be critical. So this is good, as you have your 2 drakes right in front of you and the cultist right in front of Malamara. This moonbeam is right on top of all 3 of them, and they start screaming in agony, realizing this is not a place they want to be at, but of course, unable to make any action until their turn. So that's your action, bonus action, and movement.
Yeah, I'm going to bonus action expend a sprig of mistletoe to just do a cure wounds on myself.
Okay.
With the extra d4 from the moon sickle.
There you go. Great. And that's going to be it sounds like.
Yep, that's 12 hit points back to me.
Okay.
And you know what? I'll expend a second sprig of mistletoe to add another d6 to that.
There we go.
17.
17 total hit points right back to you.
Yep, feels good.
Mal, the cultist, the dragon claw, right by your ball of fire. It's their turn. They have to make a saving throw at the beginning of their turn. Is that right?
No, the end.
Oh, at the end of their turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they are going to sort of clump away from the fire. Of course, you don't necessarily... You do see this, actually, because you can see through the wall of fire.
The wall of fire is opaque.
Wait, opaque, does that mean you can see that? You cannot see it.
By the way, Crunch Squad, just to help, I should read the whole freaking spell. It says when, just to give you context, Thomas, when a creature ends its turn within 10 feet of the side of the wall or inside of the wall. So basically, like, that's where the area where they'd roll their dex save.
Gotcha. Okay. So, opaque, you can't see through the wall of fire and through the moonbeams. You don't know what that wall of that ball of fire is doing, but we will see what happens on the other side of that wall of fire shortly. So, Mal, it's actually going to be your turn.
Oh, Mal, knowing that people are over there were 3 of them, and hoping they didn't run by, she didn't feel any change in her magic, will use her bonus action to cause the flaming sphere to come towards her, and the flaming sphere will, when it crashes into somebody, will stop right there. So she'll just pull it forward until it stops, essentially.
So go ahead and roll a d6, and we'll just tell me the results to see who it hits.
3.
3. Okay. So it's actually going to curve around that guy and go to the other guy who you thought was protected, but the ball of fire just kind of like zipped around and jumped between his friends, and it smacked him, and he's got to roll a dex saving throw now.
Yes.
Okay. That's a 19.
That saves, but he still takes 19 and half is 8. He still takes 8 points of fire damage. Oh, wait.
19 and half?
Half of 19
That's
would be
9.
9. Yeah.
9. And, wait.
Something about fire damage.
Yes. So
Are you
9.
referring to our latest crunch
10.
squad?
10 points of fire damage.
Oof, you can't see this, but this cultist is bloodied.
And since Mal has her sword out and she's flanking this Drake between her and Lance, she's going to reach out and take 2 swings at him.
A swing.
Swing.
A swing. Swing. 18 is the first hit.
18's a hit.
And 21.
21's a hit. Both hits.
That sucked. 13 slashing and another 8 radiant. So 13 and 8 is
21. All right, 21. Wow. As this radiant energy ignites from the Drake, it howls in agony and glares over to you, realizing who it needs to focus its attention on. Well done. Anything else, Mal?
that is her whole turn.
All right, we go to the Dragon Claw right in front of you, Mal, as they take another 2 swipes at you.
Well, they start their turn within the moonbeam.
The Moonbeam!
So we need a con save.
Start the turn.
So that first roll, I'll say, was my con save. It was a 2.
All right, he's going to take 4d10 radiant damage.
Oh my gosh!
24.
So this Dragon Claw, he raises his scimitar and he goes, "Now's my moment!" And as he screams that, his body just turns to liquid light as they dissipate into the air, being no more. They are no longer of this material plane. They've probably gone to join Tiamat in Avernus. So, yeah. Well, there's that.
Tiamat's just down there like, why are all these people showing up out of nowhere?
Is that my regalia? My regalia?
Give me my pearl back.
Nom 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 nom. Yeah, nom 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 nom. So now we do the guard drake right in front of Fleeple, who's also in the moonbeam. Con
Yep.
save,
DC 18.
natural 20.
Oh boy. So we're still going to
So
take
half damage.
half damage. 29, cut in half for 14.
Whoa,
Wow,
29.
that was a good roll.
I'm
Goodness
rolling good.
Gracious. Hot dice tonight. Hot
Yes.
dice. Okay, sounds good. Bite and tail attack against you, Fleeple.
All right.
Nope. That's a 9 and an 8.
Cool. I like that.
So like how do you defend against that where they just go like ang ang and they miss right in front of you?
I just pull out my shades and I like reflect the light from the moonbeam into his eyes.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
The pain.
It's like when you're bored in class and there's light shining on your watch, so you like reflect the beam from your watch into your teacher's eyes.
Are you saying Fleeple's bored in this combat?
What? Not at all. It wasn't usually my teacher, it was usually one of my friends.
yeah, that's
Yes.
true.
Oh
Friends.
my gosh. Going to the next guard drake. This one's right by Mal, the one that Mal attacked. So again, bite and tail attack here. So that's going to be a 15 and a 19 to hit.
The 19 hits the start of his turn. He takes damage.
He's not in the moonbeam.
Oh, the one that's between me and Lance.
Yes,
Sorry.
the one between you and Lance.
I thought it was the other one.
And that's going to be, only 4 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Malamara.
Thank you.
That's their turn. And then we've got the Dragon Claw. Hold on, I'm going to read Wall of Fire. So, through the Wall of Fire, opaque just means you can't see through it, right?
Correct.
Okay. So, through the Wall of Fire, you hear this arrow just wildly comes through the Wall of Fire here. And first off, I'm going to roll a percentile dice to see which person it hits over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 people? Okay. Okay. So they rolled pretty high on their disadvantage attack with their longbow. And they got a 16, which beats the guard drake's AC right in front of Fleeple in the moonbeam.
Yes.
It just right into the back of them. Just
Perfect.
does 10 points of damage to it.
Nice.
And you hear yelling on the back behind me, like, "See, I told you it was a dumb idea, guys. We gotta see what we're aiming for." We'll jump down to the guard drake in between Mal and Fleeple, also in the moonbeam, who has to do a con save.
Yep.
Con save is a 18 on the die, and that is going to be so 21 total there.
So half damage, half of 28, 14.
14. Oh my gosh. 14. Yep, that's going to be... All right, there we go. And they are going to focus on Mal again. Bite and tail attack. Bite, tail. Ooh, natural 1 and a 2. So both of those fail.
Whoa.
Okay. Well then. Well, Lance and then Fleeple, it's going to be your turn.
Cool. The one
And
right...
this is the second round of combat, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yep. The one who me and Malamar are flanking, I will attack.
All
With
right, that
advantage.
is the guard Drake. Yep, this is one who's focused on Mal, but go ahead
A
and...
3 and a 1 were rolled there.
Oh no.
Oh no!
No. That's not going to hit then, I'd imagine, because that's going to be a 12.
12. 12 does not hit, unfortunately.
Then, I mean, I will attack it with my little dagger, too.
Mm-hmm. Because you can still get sneak
with
attack.
advantage. No, I think sneak attack's the first. Can I with a
Just
dagger?
the first time you hit.
It's just you apply it to any attack in any given round.
So if I hit him with my short sword, I don't get sneak attack for the dagger after. It's the first hit. Then, correct?
Oh, you can apply sneak attack to any attack that you hit in any turn. You choose which attack you put it onto.
Gotcha.
But he doesn't get it multiple times around.
Once per turn. And here's an important little Crunch Squad bit. It's not once per round, it's once per turn. So that includes opportunity attacks.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay, that one's better. That one's going to be with my dagger. It's going to be... Sorry. Non-natural 20.
Oh, that's a hit.
So I'll get my little D4 out, plus my 7D6 out. It's like, oh, it's like a little stab, a little prick where he's like, that's not bad, and then I twist and, oh my gosh.
He's like, son of a...
That's going to be 28 points of damage.
Ooh.
This guard Drake is looking rough. Like death's door.
And,
Almost blow on it.
because I was successful there, Shadow Dagger. At one in the moonbeam, whichever one looks more hurt.
Yeah, so that's going to be the one right in front of Fleeple. And that's half your sneak attack dice, right?
Yeah, technically called Whales of the Dead here. Roll half the number of sneak attack dice, round it up. So I have 7 sneak attack dice, so I get 4.
The Wail of the Dead is that cultist, this is my moment!
Yeah,
Just still echoing in the hallway here.
So yeah,
It's
the
like,
creature automatically takes the damage. And you know what? I'm actually going to use one of my tokens for that. I crush one of my tokens, because I have actually one from the very first little kobold I killed way back in the iceberg that I've never used in the campaign. So I'll use that so it won't count against me. So I roll 4.
What does that token look like?
It's any token that I choose. I chose it to be, if you remember, it is the tokens that I have are slivers of a mirror, like to reflect, and so I can see what they looked like, the person that died from there. So this little kobold's finally like, I'm released. after over a year of being in this little mirror. So this guy's going to take 16 points of damage.
Oh, man, 16 points of damage. And as you release this token, not Fleeple, as you release this token, Lance, you actually feel in your pouch where you have tokens, and you're like, that's my one. And then you go, wait a minute. No, you have 2 more in there. But you're in the heat of the battle. You can't focus on that right now. But you have 2 more tokens in your pocket.
Are they from the guys who have died in this battle already?
You'll have to check it out when this dies down. But that's a bit unusual.
Yep, that's my turn.
Now we go to Fleeple.
All right, since these 2 drakes in front of me didn't move out of my moonbeam, I'm not going to move the moonbeam. So instead, I'm just going to pull a Toll the Dead on one of them, I guess. We'll go with the one that got shot by his friend on the other side of the wall of fire.
The one that also got the ghost dagger from Lance, yeah? Mm-hmm. And that's a you, or I have to do a con save?
That is going to be a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Oh, the cleric. Well, they're not wise, but he did get a natural 20.
Okay.
Which I know doesn't do anything.
Good old cantrips, no damage on a successful save. Well, I'm going to use another bonus action to cast another Cure Wounds, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, any of you feeling like you could use some hit points at this point?
I've lost 9 hit points so far.
I've lost 8.
Wow, I've lost like 30. Okay.
Because Thomas keeps
you're the tank
Thomas
right now,
keeps targeting you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm going to heal myself, gosh dang it.
Stop him! Stop him!
That is 13.
All right, there you go. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll a over here. Yeah, okay. So, despite the warnings of the guy saying like we should have just shot blindly, the other two are like, screw it! I'm not waiting for this fire to die down, and they're gonna just wildly shoot from behind the fire. The first one, let's see who it might hit here. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm laughing because they would be hitting Ned. They rolled amazing on their disadvantages. They rolled a 19 and a 21. But they didn't take this guy's advice at all, and they just shot at the Drake, the guard Drake, right in front of Ned twice. Just I rolled 2 percentile dice, and they both landed on that guy. And so this Drake's like, oh! just getting obliterated here.
And I'm just like cringing every time one of the arrows just barely misses me.
Yeah, they're like almost at your feet as this guard Drake is just like trying to dodge and like move out of the way, and the second arrow goes like right through his paw, and he goes, and he falls and he dies.
Oh,
Cool.
Oh!
I will take another trinket. I'll take him.
Okay, and the guys are like, that sounded like we hit something. Yeah, that sounded like we got
They're,
one
like,
of them,
high-fiving.
guys. They're like, yeah,
We did
but
it.
one of them still has the. They didn't have the ball of fire on them anymore, Mal, so they didn't roll. But it is your turn.
Great, so all 3 of them finish their turn, and it's every creature within 5 feet of the flaming sphere has to make a dexterity roll. So as they start high-fiving, their skin starts to sizzle as they're standing next to this ball of fire.
And is it on your turn or their turn?
The end of their turn.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, they all do that because I forgot to do that on my turn. So here we go. And then it's a dex save.
Yes?
And what do they have to beat? Your spell save DC?
Yeah, a dex save of 17.
What? You have a dex save of 17 now? Mm-hmm. Goodness gracious, Mal. It's like you leveled up. Yeah, they all fail. So that's going to be a 13, a 5, and a 12. They're like, yeah, we did it. We did. Oh my gosh, this is hot.
And they all take 18 points of fire damage.
They're gone.
It goes silent on the other side of this fire. So,
At least we took one of them with us.
yeah, we got one of them.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they're gone. They're gone here.
Amazing.
These guards are dumb. Yeah, so there's that. And Mal, so it's your turn now, technically, still.
As a bonus action, she's going to pull that flaming sphere 30 feet till it's right behind the guard Drake that's the last one in the moonbeam.
And like Sonic of old legend, you see this ball of fire just spin on the ground with such superhuman speed that could only be defined by magic.
Could you maybe move it 1 to the left so I'm not within 5
Yeah,
feet
that's
of it?
true.
Oh, I forgot you were standing there because your character's off to the side. Yeah.
Folks, our screen is very busy on Roll20 here, so...
And Mal
Fleeple's
will,
like, "Ah!"
with her white sword, Mal will take 2 swipes at the guard Drake between her and Lance, and then if any damage spills over, cleave through to that other Drake.
All right.
The first one is a 17 plus 8.
That's a
Whatever
hit.
that is. And, ooh, that one is only a 13.
13 is a miss.
Even with advantage. A 3 and a 1.
How does it feel?
13 slashing and 11 radiant.
So 13 and 11. Oh my gosh,
Correct.
that's 24 total. So with the optional rules that we're using for cleaving, this Drake only had 3 left.
Oh.
So this Drake falls, and that was 24 we said? Is that right? Did I just forget my math?
Yeah, 24.
24. And so then 21 goes to the other as you go right through the first guard drake, and the second one just take it right in the face. Well done. Okay, looking very rough, this one. Almost like a moonbeam might take care of it.
And am I correct that it is this guard drake's turn right now, and it has to
You
roll a
are correct,
Constitution save?
Fleeple. Con save it is. It's a 5.
That is 23 radiant damage.
Ned, tell us how it is done.
Yeah.
Okay, as soon as this guard drake has finished disintegrating into etheric white light, I don't even wait. I turn to my friends and say, "No waiting. No more random encounters. Let's take out those cultists in the other room while we've got a chance. I have this moonbeam for 7 more rounds. Dang it!"
Just dragging it down the hallway.
Yes.
I'm going to use my action because I guess it is Lance's turn before my turn. But on my turn, I'm going to start moving the moonbeam towards that other room.
Well, I'll just roll for these other cultists then so we can get them an initiative right here.
They don't know what's going on. They just heard.
Well, they didn't hear anything, actually, because you have, if you recall, the caverns are filled with the droll of the Dracorn just blaring through this, and you feel the rumbling of Tiamat's temple still being pulled up from Avernus.
Actually, you know, I just turn to Lance and I say, "Just throw a fireball in there right now."
Done.
Oh, the fire in Jake's eyes.
Fire!
Oh, it's that meme where he's the little girl watching the house on fire.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, good gravy. We will get a surprise round here. They will have the surprised condition because they are not expecting
A fireball.
a Bravo team force of people to just burst in
Seal
there.
6 bursting in.
Perfect.
I'm just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so Jacob, it's your turn. And you are closest to them, actually. So 5, 10, 15. And then you could just see.
Lance will round the corner. He's gonna shoot the fireball right into that group of cultists, but avoiding the prisoners because it's a 20-foot sphere. So he's gonna put the sphere in the opposite corner of where those prisoners are.
Okay, so just barely, basically as close to you as possible to get all 5 of the cultists in the prisoner room without hopefully getting any prisoners
Correct.
in the circle. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Fleeple told me to.
Yep, easy enough. You're just able to. And I always imagine fireball, I think I've described it this way before, of just this like tiny bead of light just getting sent, almost like starts off very slow before the air around it starts to ignite it and just a literal explosion which like pushes them back. I'm going to say, the surprised condition.
I
They could
feel
be
like they're
surprised.
quite
They could have a
stunned
surprise
by
condition, right?
what just happened to them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Now, didn't we talk last time how they can have a surprised?
Yeah, if you're surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of combat, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends. That is all that happens when you are surprised.
Okay. I'm going to say, because they're surprised, because this makes the most thematic sense, they're going to get disadvantage on their deck save because they're going to be like, what is this? Who are the... What? And
That's a
so
good
here we
call,
go.
Thomas. That is
Yeah,
a really,
I really
great
like that.
idea. Good
You're
job.
such a good DM.
I love it. I support it. What a great DM.
Great DM.
Maybe I should get inspiration, guys.
You know what I'd call that, Thomas? I'd call that
No,
inspiring.
I'm not going to try and butter you up. I'm here to bully the DM. I'm going to stand my ground on this.
Oh boy.
stand my ground.
And how on back down.
You're like, rules as written. They don't get disadvantage.
All right, no disadvantage. Okay, so the first one got a 15. Second one got a 9. Third one got a 5. Fourth one got a 13. And the fifth one got a 16. So those all fail.
They felt very surprised.
19 points of damage.
Oh my gosh. The wails of the dead echo through the chamber here as all 5 of them drop dead.
Are Are you serious?
Yeah.
Whoa! Lance!
And Lance has scratched the fireball addiction yet again. Well, it looks like I didn't need to roll initiative for any of them.
There's a 5-10. That was movement, action, bonus action, dash into the room as like the smoke clears and you just see slow motion, this rogue with a brilliant helm running into the room.
Oh, you've dropped your disguise of the fat cultist leader dude?
I'm done with that, yeah. I don't want to be the fat cultist leader anymore. I'll do that later if I need to.
But it was such an effective tactic.
Folks, I'm going to give all three of you inspiration.
Oh, I already have one, so yay.
Inspiration.
Do I get 2 then?
No.
Dang it.
I would have used the other one.
You can give me an inspiration, though. Well done. That was fun. As we're now out of combat, and Lance, you walk in with this brilliant helm.
Daylight spell constantly going, or the gleam.
Yeah,
not daylight,
30
whatever it
foot.
is.
I come like riding in from behind on my term, like I'm flying in front of the moonbeam, like, okay, I'm gonna roast them. And I stopped and I see, oh, there's no cultists left.
And they are just absolutely terrified, and these people are like, no, the time has come! Ah! Women, children, and men are hugging and huddling with each other. They're screaming in pain. A couple men look like they're actually trying to stand up to maybe rush you and attack you, but they're so malnourished that they can't. They just fall flat as their wives or some of the children try to hold on to them as you both come rushing in, guns ablazing. But there doesn't appear to be anybody else in here that is except malnourished or haggard prisoners.
Yeah, seeing that I misread the room a little bit, I'm going to shout out, blessings of Bahamut to you all, you are freed. I'm going to summon my healing spirit, this time in the form of a platinum dragon, and I'm going to have the healing spirit go around from person to person and give each of them 1 round of healing.
Okay, go ahead and roll a persuasion check, because you said dragon, and they might not be so intelligent to understand the difference of a good and a bad dragon, and you are kobold, so...
Well, I did say blessings of Bahamut.
That's fair.
He's got
that's
silver
fair.
wings.
So go ahead and roll that persuasion still.
Yeah, with advantage because Bahamut's the
Oh
best.
my gosh.
Not with advantage, no.
Okay, that is a 19.
19, okay. So as the platinum dragon comes to one of the first children, her mother reaches out to her and goes, "No, don't!" And the child doesn't like recognize what's going on before the platinum dragon just sort of like swoops in and like lands on their shoulder, and just you see the child and just gain this healing, almost like the a warmth of a platinum glow rises above them as they're given strength and they're given the blessing of Bahamut, really. So they raised to full hit points, and like as the dragon flies off to somebody else, the girl goes, "Mama, I'm not hungry anymore." And the dragon goes from another person to another child to another woman to a man who has a cut on his leg, and as the dragon leaves, he goes, "My leg, I can stand again." As every single person in this room has benefited from the platinum dragon before it. At the end of the 10 rounds, right?
10 rounds exactly, and 10 prisoners. Look at that.
And it flies up into the air, displays its wings, and shimmers into non-existence, leaving platinum dust to fall from the ceiling. As this minute goes on with the prisoners in awe, they now look to the three of you, I assume, Mal, as you've now come, the wall of fire being dropped in the other room, as well as the ball of fire. And they look at the three of you.
While the dragon spirit is healing them, Mal will grab Lance's arm and pull him toward the opening of this room, because in her mind, she knows that there is a tunnel that leads right off from where they are, and we have zero information about what's up there.
Mm-hmm.
And so Mal will go, "Do you want to go scout that? Make sure that nobody's coming else down. We'll try and get these prisoners and figure out if there's any more. Do you want to scout out
I will cast a
quietly and
fireball down
safely?"
this hallway. Yes, I will do that.
Lance?
What?
Lance?
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Go Scout, be very careful, be very quiet. Just make sure that nobody's patrolling down, and we'll get these people settled. And then she'll just walk back into the room.
But if they are, fireball. All right.
As he walks away.
Lance will sneak down the hallway as, the 10 rounds are happening to heal these people to scout ahead.
Okay. Sneaky check, please.
Sneaky check. Am I getting advantage with boots and things?
Yep, with
Boots and pants?
here because
Boots and pants?
Boots and pants,
Boots and pants.
boots and cats and boots and cats. And then Mal would like to seek out somebody who seems like maybe they are in charge or older. They're not in charge, they're prisoners, but like an adult.
in charge.
Find an adult, maybe an elder, and ask them if they know of any other prisoners or where they could be in the back of your mind while Lance is sneaking off.
Yeah, Lance, what's your sneaky check?
34.
30. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So you see,
Oh, those are prisoners.
as you sneak up, you see some more beaten down, worn down villagers. These ones seem to be in a little bit better care. Maybe like they were not better fed, but maybe they were caught more recently than some of the other prisoners, so they're not as hurt or injured. And Mal, it's at this point you go to one of the women who's been taking care of most of the children and men. She goes, there'll be some prisoners down that hallway that your friend just went down to. He's not gonna blow them up, ain't he?
No.
Because I heard him mumbling something under his breath there. So
She's here in the other room now. That's true. Be terrible.
okay.
No. And she'll comfort her, and we just need to make sure that we get everybody together, and we're gonna try and get you guys out of here. And she like side eyes over to Fleeple.
Get us out. And she looks with like this crazed look in her eye. How do you expect to do that? In the belly of the devil?
It'll be okay.
No, it's
It'll be
okay. You saw how quickly we took care of those cultists. We'll just do the same thing to all these other cultists on the way out, and bing bang, Bahamut, your uncle, will take care of you. Don't you worry.
But have you seen the crowds out there? You know how many folks out there? How much evil's lurking on the side of this caldera?
We forgot to tell you, we have an army from Waterdeep. They're taking care of the people on the outside.
Oh, you should have let me that, for heaven's sakes.
Shh, we're in a lava tube, and your voice carries.
Oh, this sounded
I'm
good
sorry.
before.
Do you know, is this your village? Is everybody in here? Do you know of any other places? In our reconnaissance, we weren't sure if there were other people besides these two rooms.
No, I believe this would just be it here. Just us two. Blessed be all today. What'd you say, Bahamut? Sure, I'll bless almost anything today.
Yes, and Bahamut has blessed you. So, well, first, before we try and get you out of here, we really should go take care of those cultists. So, just don't worry about the explosions and all of that stuff. You just hang out here. You'll be fine.
One of the men stands up and goes, Aisha, we should help them. We should fight, wouldn't you say? And she goes, you sit back down, you blackguard. It's time for you to be sitting and for us to be carrying you out of this forsaken place. Aye, but we should be helping them. Getting this evil wiped off the earth here. What would you say as he points to you, Malamara?
Mal is kneeling on the ground, and she's drawing out a loose diagram of what she knows about the tunnels. Because she's trying to formulate a plan that she wants to explain to Lance and Fleeple. What? Oh, you hold that thought. Thank you, first of all, for wanting to fight. Just give me a second. And she continues to start mapping things out, waiting for Lance to come back.
Your idea holds no weight with this woman here. She knows how to get things done, and she knows that you got to get out of here. Just like the rest of us.
Now, I appreciate your pluck and your spunk, but you did just have a giant gash on your leg. I think you should hang around and just rebuild some red blood cells in your body there. That'll help you out.
Lance, do you reveal yourself to the prisoners here, or are you just hanging back until...
Yes, Lance will walk in there, just entering the room, and knowing, obviously... what's their reaction to seeing Lance?
It's not great. They are worried. They're nervous.
It's not great.
Great.
It's not great.
They
They're a
are.
little skeptical.
Pale and clammy.
I wasn't gonna say it, but there's definitely a child that goes, "Ew, gross." No, they're definitely nervous, and they have a little bit more vitality to them. So one of them stands up and goes, "We're not gonna let you push us around anymore, okay?"
Lance is going to do things different because Lance is not good at persuasion, but he is good at intimidation a little bit. So he's going to just stare down, especially that guy who shouted at him, and just like in a the most menacing way he can, will just say, "You all come with me if you want to live."
All right, go and roll an intimidation check then.
That's a natural 1, so I'm going to use my inspiration because I don't want these prisoners to be like, "Kill him now!"
Kill him now!
And then there will be a fireball
Steal
go
the
out.
helm and start
Yeah,
fireballing.
I'm going to use my inspiration, which is such a crappy way to use my inspiration because you just gave us inspiration, but I'll do it. And that's better. That's going to be 15.
15. Yeah, as they go, that one guy goes, What are you gonna do with us?
I'm going to put you with the others.
There are others like us? You have more prisoners here?
No, I'm here to free you. And he'll just start walking away.
In his cultist robes.
It's okay. I know he looks crazy, but he's with us.
Right. And yeah, Lance, as you come back around at this point, be like, if they follow, they follow. If they don't, all right.
Send Fleeple up.
Yeah, so Fleeple, like, he's with us. And sure enough, as you're talking about this guy who has spunk, who he needs to get his red blood cells up, that's about this conversation. And these villagers, they start ushering in, and they're like, we thought it couldn't hurt if you're going to save us, just join you.
Lance will also, as they're going into the other room, Lance is actually going to go back to the hallway we just came from rather quickly, and he's going to gather up as many that are left, the weapons, to then deal out to these villagers.
Yeah.
Because we do have quite a bit of weapons just laying around, which they can use, and it will help them more than just what they're doing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weapons at least. Yes. Well done. So most of them are scimitars. You do have some longbows as well. So you've got about 16 somewhere around there weapons to hand out, and maybe a handful of daggers for some of the children if you wanted to arm them.
Yep.
Yep. There you go.
You will.
Get some sort of protection on there.
Hey, it worked in Greenest. It'll work here.
Do any of these prisoners want to dress up in robes to try and pretend to be cultists?
All the bloodied and burnt.
They all kind of like look around and go, we're not so great at the theater types. Not a bard, you might say. So I don't think we'd be quite convincing. I think it'd be hard to convince anybody down here if you weren't actually part of a cult, you know.
Yes, that's accurate. Very accurate. Now,
Is that a dig from the DM?
We tried.
What?
No, not at all. I think our next move, I think, is to just clear the way, clear out all of the cultists.
No, come here. Look at this map. Come here.
All right, Mal, you usher everybody towards you, or just your party?
Not everybody. Get away. I just want these two.
Okay, the outspoken woman does come over to you though, because she's like,
away!
"Yeah, you sound like what's going on here, so I'm gonna be here.
Can you not?
I'm gonna be listening to your plan, Missy."
Okay.
Well, if you're trying to get us out, I'd like to know what's going on what's the on the up and up.
Okay. Lance Fleeple, take a look at this. And Mal will show them her sketch of what we know, where we know patrols are, where the rooms are, and things like that. And she says, okay, the way I see it, it looks like I think we have two options. Let me know if you think anything different, which is why I want to talk about it. I think either with this many civilians, we could creep around down along the path to the left, where we know there are empty rooms all the way down through these tunnels and out through the front. So we at least get all of these people out, and we might only have to deal with who's at the front and get them out. However, we don't know if there's any other prisoners in any of the other pens. And so we could go straight down and try and clear them out. But this is a lot of innocents to have with us for maybe not finding anybody else. And if they get captured again, then they're going to be able to raise Tiamat. So I'm worried that the best plan might be getting out as many as we can, save who we can, and then maybe coming back rather than risking their lives and their sacrifice for Tiamat being caught again and being used in the ceremony.
When I was talking with Anzar about the details of like the operations, I definitely asked Anzar how many prisoners they had.
Yes, he did tell you prisoners, and so he did talk about how many prisoners they would have. Yeah.
There's this really bossy woman. And then
Yes, she grates against my. Anyway, yeah. So he did say that they didn't need much because the people they got they deemed to be a sufficient sacrifice, and that some of the prisoners were being used outside of the caldera for like some of the camps, and if they really needed to, they could have brought people in, but ultimately they decided, no, we don't need those people. We just need to hold these people, which are the 2 rooms that you actually have already saved.
Booyah.
Yes, I suppose what we'll do is we know that we've got all of the prisoners because Anzar gave us that information so long ago. I don't know why we're even having this conversation right now.
that's what I was thinking. This is kind of pointless. I mean, we should just do it.
Yes.
Why are we taking so long
Yes.
to talk about it?
I don't think that we need to barrel through where we're pretty sure other cultists are. I think that there's a safe path, and she'll outline that on her dirt map of, we know that these rooms are empty. Let's go down through these tunnels. We might have a battle at the opening, but we'll go out, find the Brotherhood, maybe the Zentarum, maybe some allies, and then we'll try and find Severin.
Oh, we'll have a
Yes,
battle
get
at
prisoners
the opening,
out.
all right. A fireball battle.
Oh boy.
Yes.
My goodness.
So,
Mal
prisoners.
puts her hand on Lance's shoulder.
Your helm bursts into flames, Jacob. Sorry,
Yes,
Fleeple,
so
what were you
prisoners out. While we're there, we'll try contacting Leosin, I suppose. See if we can figure out if he knows what's going on with the Arcane Brotherhood, or maybe if we can like send up some sort of flare, or I can fly up into the air and see if I can find them from above. And yes, bring them here, and then Lance Dalen, fireballs. Yes, Lance Dalen likes fireballs, right? Yes.
I mean, they are. Yeah.
Let's gather everyone together, and I'll lead because I know
And
that the tunnels look like.
before you even say that, the woman who's been listening, she goes, "All right, everybody, get on your feet. These people have got a solid plan. I think we have a decent chance of getting out of here. Up, come on, get on your feet, you lazy bums." And as she starts making sure everybody has their weapons, and they're all ready to go. They're like, "All right, we're ready to go."
I'll lead the way just to make sure nothing sneaks up on us, that we sneak up on it.
Okay, that's fine. Just don't get lost.
Oh, I know this map as if it's right in front of me.
And with that, Lance, you lead the way for the Jinx squad and your 20-ish prisoners that had been set aside to take part of a ritual for Tiamat, hopefully thwarting the Cult of the Dragon's plan even further. And that is where we're going to end this week's episode of I Cast Fireball.
Yeah.
Man, somebody used a word to describe our plan, and that word was not shaky. Look at that.
Isn't that nice when it's not a shaky plan?
It's been so long since I've done that, guys. So long. It's been like at least
And you will never be
87
forgiven.
episodes. No, I will not.
Oh man.
Nope. I will have that perpetually over my head.
You will never be forgiven.
Oh, well. Woo. Fun stuff. Fun combat.
That's a fast combat.
Yeah.
I like fast combat with a
Yeah.
lot of stuff moving, going. I'm impressed that we did have that fast combat. It was 3 rounds. Makes me excited to see how a more involved combat is going to get with us here, as we are bound to have in the next few episodes here. But as always, Ned, Jacob, Mickey, thank you for joining as players, and listeners, thank you so much for coming along this fantastic journey, joining us at the end of this season almost, as we have a few episodes, not quite sure exactly a number, and it's going to be real fun. It's going to be real exciting to see how it all shakes up, how it turns out. We just want to give a shout out actually to one of the people that reached out to us. This is from Ashley. Ashley, good friend of Nikki, actually.
She's my niece.
Woo! She said, thanks for making my days better. Wednesdays are my favorite day of the week solely because that's the day I get to listen to ICF. You all are hilarious and the improvisation is impressive. I especially appreciate how each episode feels like I'm there with everyone in this world you've created. And I hope that even after this campaign ends, you'll keep going with this D&D podcast. Ashley, you have an amazing aunt. But thank you so much for the amazing words to help encourage us and keep going on. That's something that we didn't shout out at the beginning of this episode, but something we talked to recently in a Crunch Squad. Folks, we've had a lot of people saying, please, this isn't the end of ICF, right? To put any fears aside, this is not the end of ICF. This is just merely be the end of Season 1. If you want to get future details about what the future of ICF has, you got to join our special episode at the end of Season 1. So be on the lookout for that. But Ashley, again, thanks so much for reaching out. If you want to get shouted out on the podcast or just want to let us know that you like what we're doing, shoot us a message at icastfireball2020@gmail.com or at our social media pages at icastfireball20 at Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, /X. And then finally, you can join our patreon.com/icastfireball20 to join our patron exclusive Discord, where you can chat with us on a daily basis about any variety of topics that you want about the podcast, about D&D, tabletop, board gaming, 3D printing. Regardless, you can chat with us about it there. Speaking of shout outs, we want to shout out Improv Tabletop, where they have some amazing 1-month mini Fate Accelerated campaigns that they've got going on over there. If you haven't joined, started listening to some of these, they've got a whole year and a half backlog of Fate Accelerated mini campaigns. They're delightful. And this month, I'm particularly biased. They've got Pride and Prejudice plus Muppets. So go check it out. Ned is doing a fantastic job over there. And don't forget to leave them a 5-star review on the way out. Lastly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends and fellow wacky adventurers. But until next time, I'm Thomas, your DM, and around the table we have
Malamara.
Lance Thalen.
And Fleeple.
Let's keep that fire going, everybody, and we'll see you all next time.